Now, we haven't seen her in a very long time, and ever since her inception, being name-dropped in both Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods and early on in the show, we are all introduced to little baby Pan, surprisingly with babysitter Piccolo not cradling her in her arms like he did in Resurrection F. Welcome, Dragon Ball fans, to my official Dragon Ball Super episode 43 entitled Goku's Ki is Out of Control. Lots of trouble taking care of Pan leading into next week's episode of episode 44. Now, before I go any further into this review, guys, a fair warning that this video will contain lots of spoilers, so if you don't want anything spoiled for you, simply fast forward the video, go watch the episode and come back so we can talk more Dragon Ball Super. Don't cry in the comments about being spoiled by the thumbnail or by the title of the video, because nothing is being shown or said that you guys don't already know. The translations to this episode, in case you guys are wondering how I was able to pick up on the dialogue prior to the subs coming out, it was translated by none other than Herms98 on Twitter. As always, he provides us with the translations first, so thank you, sir. The subs will be out tomorrow morning. Kiss Anime, AnimeRush.tv. Watch it and enjoy it. Pan and Goku, what a pairing, right? To sum this episode up, in my opinion, to me, this episode was not as good as last week's episode, to me at least personally. I wouldn't say that this was a boring episode, but of course everyone has their own favorite flavors of the month. So to make a short summary of this episode, and be sure to tune in into my breakdown review coming shortly after this, in which case I will explain more and interact in the comment section below with what you guys had to say. This episode wasn't as good. I mean, it was an okay episode. Last week's episode was much better only because of the lore building between Goku, Monaka, and his weakness, Beerus and Whis, and their motives and stuff. And of course, as much as I enjoyed this episode, I just felt as if last week's episode was just a tad bit more entertaining, at least for me personally. Now, the episode starts off with Goku at home. He's with Chi-Chi, and he's not really feeling too good. He's feeling a little off, and we get to see Goku, you know, go out for bread. He comes back with bread, and he can't even seem to fly correctly. Why? Because something's going on with Goku's energy, something's going on with Goku's ki, and he ends up falling down. He ends up getting a giant lump on his head, and he's still trying to figure out as to what's going on. He even tries to go to Bulma's house while she's taking a shower, which was the funniest part of this entire episode, because Goku, you know, he instant transmissions to Bulma's house. He's just sitting on the bed. He's waiting for Bulma to come out the shower, and Bulma comes out the shower assuming that Vegeta's there. She's all naked. She's covered up by a towel, and she turns on the light, and Goku's like, "Hey, so I need to ask you a question," and Bulma just freaks out. Vegeta comes running in, and Vegeta's like, "Kakarot, what the hell are you doing?" And Goku's like frozen up. Bulma's like little animatronics were to like murder Goku right then and there. They had laser shots like ready for like, you know, to blow Goku's head off, and Goku had to go to King Kai to figure out what was going on. And in fact, we actually figured out exactly what was going on with Goku's ki here. Now, Goku had somewhat of a delayed onset ki syndrome from the tournament because he displayed raw power. He displayed a lot of energy going into the, you know, Kaioken times 10 in his Super Saiyan God form, and you know, he can't really control his ki properly. So Goku wasn't able to maintain that at all. And so one thing that kind of got to me in this episode was the fact that we get to see Gohan. Gohan is finally there, right? After, you know, skipping the, you know, Universal Tournament to be there, he's actually, you know, having somewhat of like a dinner with an academic big shot who, you know, compliments him on his presentation at the conference. So Gohan's doing his thing. He's trying to, you know, impress this big shot, you know, academic advisor or whatever. And he gets a call on his cell phone, right? Like, that's the one thing that's the one thing that threw me off. I was like, wait a minute, they're using cell phones. Like, Goku's on the phone, Gohan's on the phone, and I don't think we've ever seen these characters like literally on the phone. But that's one thing that kind of got to me. I was like, wow, they're actually using cell phones here. So we get to see, you know, Piccolo, Goku, Chi-Chi, and Goten. They're all talking, and it seems like Chi-Chi lied about spending all of Mr. Hercule's money from episode 1 because she still has the money. So that was really interesting, because of course she lied to Goku, which begs the question, where is the money? So we get to see Goku. He's trying to get Pan to call him Gramps, which is pretty funny. Now, Pilaf actually, you know, spent all of his job money on the latest Pilaf machine, and he thinks it's the perfect time to fight Goku now that he's weak. Goku even admits that even right now, Piccolo's even strong enough to beat him, which is kind of surprising me. That's how weak Goku has become ever since using that, you know, Kaioken transformation technique within his Super Saiyan God form. So we get to see Pilaf. They're trying to steal the Pilaf machine. Pan is there. She's interrupting while everyone else is sleeping. So they end up, you know, taking off because they heard Piccolo scream, and Piccolo was like yelling at Goku. He was like, "Where the hell's Pan? You've lost Pan." And Goku's all confused. Chi-Chi's all confused. They're trying to look for Pan, and Pilaf and everyone makes their escape. And then as they escape, you know, they're up in space and whatever, and like they're arguing on the ship itself because Pan is there, and they don't want Pan there because they realized how angry Piccolo was. And I will say Piccolo is definitely more of a father than Goku is to Pan, because he really worries about this girl. I mean, Goku was off in this episode because of his ki. But nevertheless, I mean, Goku's looking for her too, and we get to see them pan out in space, and Pan actually is able to fly during the sequence to where they actually lost the machine, and she's up in outer space. She's like literally hovering over the Earth. She's powered up, and you know, we see Pilaf and the gang hanging onto her leg, and this is an infant, guys. This is a little baby, and she's flying around. She's carrying them around, and she actually delivers them back to safety. She comes back home, and Gohan, man, I swear to God, what the hell happened to Gohan, guys? I'll be making a video separate to this, because Gohan is just, I mean, he's trying here. I don't see how this guy is ever going to make a comeback in Dragon Ball Super. But again, I do want to say thank you to Herms for the translations on Twitter, because we got to understand more or less what was going on with Goku and everyone. And Goku says that Pan will be flying soon, in which case they didn't even realize that she was able to do that, not towards the end, which is and Pan was so cute. Like, nobody can deny how cute she was in this episode. But like, leave your thoughts down below as to like what you guys felt about this episode. For me personally, I preferred last week's episode over this one. This week's episode was it was good. It was decent. It wasn't anything special. But leave your thoughts down below, guys, and tune in for the breakdown review. Thank you all for watching. Once again, if you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe. That way, you guys don't miss a single episode and or discussion video update. If you guys enjoyed, smash that like button. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Tune in for more, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys in the breakdown review. Take it easy, guys. Peace.